What's going on, everybody? Paul Shakuri here with another door-to-door mastery video. And I want to first of all reach out to you and say thank you so much for sticking in with the channel. We're close to 15,000 subscribers. Of course, depending on when you actually watch the video, that is going to change. Now, this video, the first one back from the last video I made, I'm going to make based on a comment that we received via our social media. And a gentleman said, Paul, I have a question for you. He goes, do you have any tips for building confidence at the doors? That was the first question. So, do I have tips for building confidence? Absolutely. I got a ton of tips that I can give you, but out of all the tips that I can give you to build confidence, I'm going to give you the top ones that I personally stick by and believe that you absolutely need to do in order to literally unlock that confidence that you're talking about that I know you want in order to close those deals. So think about it. What is confidence? Let's start off the topic with that. Well, confidence is something that makes you feel great internally, right? You feel great internally and you're able to do something knowing that the outcome will be exactly what you want it or as close as possible to it, right? So if I'm confident that I can go out there and write 5 accounts every single day, am I going to go out into the field and actually work? Yes. Now, if I'm confident that I know what I'm going to say at the doors when I knock on them, well, do you think it's gonna make it easier to go to the doors? And do you think when people reject me, I'm going to be all worried about what it is they're going to say and stumble on my words, just like these videos? Am I going to stumble on my words or am I gonna say it confidently? You speak confidence when you've gotten results. So here's the thing. You want to build confidence, right? That's 100% normal. Everybody wants this. But when you're trying to build confidence, you have to get results in order to build confidence. Now, wait a second. It's kind of like a circle. So if we need to get results in order to get confidence, well, how do I get the results? You see, it all depends on what your weaknesses are in your sales field, that whatever it is you're selling. You know, some people, their weakness is they have poor communication skills. And other people's weakness is they can't find the motivation to go out there and knock. So let's just say, for example, it was the motivation to go out there and knock. Well, what you can do in the short term is motivate yourself to get out there and knock on more doors, which ultimately will turn into more sales instead of going home so quick. And the more sales you get, the more you start to believe that, yes, I can actually do this. The more you start to believe that you can actually do this, well, the more of your actual potential energy you use to go out to those doors, knock on them more and more and more, and you start, because you're knocking on more doors, you start getting more deals. So yes, to start, it's a numbers game where you're gonna get more deals the more doors you knock on. You gotta push through that barrier to get those results. Why? Because results are those points to where, dude, I've been doing this now for 6 months. I look back and I say, oh wow, I actually have gotten, 35 accounts or 40 accounts or 100 accounts. And I look back at that and say, dude, I can do this. When I first started off, I had no accounts, or I had 1 account a week, let's just say. And now I actually am getting 5 accounts every single week. So my result is higher. So what do you think happens to my confidence? See, confidence comes from knowing, psychologically believing, psychologically knowing that if you went out and did something, you would ultimately get the result you're looking for. So that's the reality on confidence. The way to build it is you have to start getting results. And that's just, I'm talking on the motivational side. Well, how about the sales skill side? Let's talk about that, sharpening your sales skills. So right now, if you're not consistent and you're not confident, what that tells me is you really don't know how to communicate and build value when you're selling to people, and sales in general, and of course door-to-door sales we're talking about, but sales in general requires a lot of the small little bits and pieces that you need to learn, hence what this YouTube channel is about, hence what my door-to-door mastery program is all about, hence what Shakuri University is all about. Those are all my programs, and by the way, for anybody who hasn't grabbed my free video series, the link in this description, the link in this description, make sure you click on that thing, because I have a 3 free video series helping you to build that skill so you can go out there, convert, and then now once you convert because you developed your skills, well, you're getting results. And when results are coming in, dude, if I knew I know personally that if I went and had to knock on doors to remake my money back or to get sales, I can go and do it. So it's not like I have to drag myself to the doors anymore because I'm confident. Okay, so I hope you understand, you got to get results. So focus on results, and when you focus on results, you're going to start getting those accounts. But, you know, there's more to it than when we're talking about results, because ultimately that's what you're going after. It's those results. We want to sharpen your sales skills. We want to sharpen your motivation, especially your short-term motivation. Short-term motivation turns into instant results. But then also when you get those instant results, you need to now learn how to get long-term motivation, which will ultimately turn into big-term results, which ultimately at the end of the day is super confidence. Okay? I know that sounds crazy. Rewind the video. It may sound so detailed, but you really dove deep with me when I saw that comment. So the next question was being assertive. So how do you be assertive, and is that what you actually need to do at the door? Absolutely. Well, the way you be assertive is this, okay? Picture somebody of authority, okay? Someone who's of government authority, let's just say, and you never ever say or lie of your position, but picture somebody who's of authority. You know, someone who's, let's just say when you're talking about the president. When the president speaks, does the president speak like this? And the way he sounds is no matter what somebody says, right? When you think of this, when the president's speaking and there's so many people in the crowd that are trying to fight them, right? They're like, oh, no, but you just did it. What do? They just stand still and say, hey, first of all, really quick, calm down. All right, so you done? Okay, so here we go. See, being assertive comes back to not wagging your tail and getting all nervous when things aren't quite going your way at the doors. The way you're gonna get assertive is by picturing you're a person of authority, because guess what? When you're at the door, and make sure, like I always say, you're legally allowed to be there at the door, what do you have to not be assertive about, right? It's the fear of what that person's going to think of you is the reason why you kind of get all timid, and when you're all timid and nervous and shy, well then that assertiveness doesn't come out. So picture somebody of authority. Hi, you the owner of the property here? Okay, hi, how long have you been here? Or whatever your pitch is. Of course, this is not a pitch training video. Whatever it is, assertive is coming straight from here. And what I like to do is just like when you think of it, MMA fighters, right? Before they enter the octagon, what are they doing? Self-talk, which is, by the way, stuff I speak about in my Shakura University. And by the way, if you don't have already my Shakura University, I highly recommend it. I'm always adding videos to that program. It's going to continue to grow. Right now, you can get it at such an inexpensive cost. If you're watching this live, as time progresses, it's going to scale up, and obviously there's going to be more videos added to it, and you're going to start having to make sure that you're watching these videos every single day to develop that skill, to once again get that result, to ultimately build that confidence, and having that confidence makes you sound more assertive. You see, it's really that trickle effect, that circle of sales tactics, sales aura that you have to build upon yourself so you can stand and start closing more deals at those doors. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. God bless you all. Sorry I've been away for such a long period of time. Guess what? Paul Shakuri is back. Peace!